Hi. My name is Julia Rozovsky and I would like to share with you my story. I was a Tufts University graduate with a bachelor's degree in math and economics. I had previously worked at a consulting firm which I did not find fulfilling. I was ready for a change. I found a job as a researcher for two professors at Harvard. It was fun, but not a long-term career. Do I find a job in a big corporation, become an academic, or perhaps join a tech startup? I took the easy way out and went back to school, Yale School of Management. One of the main things that drew me to Yale was the way they gave you a study group. Having people to bond with and support me was, to me, very important. But it didn't work out like I had hoped. They were very critical of each other. Jessica, you never seemed to come prepared to the meeting. They tried to take control of the group.
I seem to be the best person to lead this group.
I was so careful not to make a mistake. I was always stressed when we were together. I always felt like I had to prove myself. The group eventually fell apart. I started looking for a new group that I would be able to get the experience that I was looking for. I heard that some students were putting together a team to participate in case competitions in which business school students proposed innovative solutions to real-world business problems. Everything was different. No one shot down any idea.
Your idea is different, but I like it. Let's try to see if we could make it work.
The two groups were different in so many ways. The study group was stressful with everyone jousting for leadership and critiquing each other's ideas. The case competition team was exciting, supportive, and enthusiastic. But in some ways they were the same. They both were made up of bright, friendly people. After graduation, I was excited to get a job with Google, working with their People Analytics group. Our job was to figure out why people behave in certain ways. We were a division of human resources. Google was recognized by Fortune magazine as a top workplaces, and the belief was that this was made possible because they studied happiness and productivity.
Man, do I love working for Google. They really care about me.
We examined whether the workers were satisfied with their bosses and co-workers. If they felt overworked, are they intellectually challenged? Did they feel that they were being fairly paid, and 1,000 other things? Our job was to make life a little bit better and a lot more productive. Project Aristotle was to be my first project. The purpose was to figure out what made the perfect team. We first reviewed the literature about teams. There was no clear answer. We then found out what the employees thought. There was still no clear answer. It didn't seem to matter what type of people made up the group. Similar tastes and hobbies, diversity within the group, how long they were together, gender balance, backgrounds, specific personalities. Nothing seemed to matter. The who didn't matter. We then went back to our data and analyzed it again, this time looking for norms. Norm. What's a norm? Doesn't he have to do with a bar in Boston? Group norms are traditions, behavioral standards, and unwritten rules. For example, different opinions are good. Patterns started to emerge. It seemed that we were finally making progress.
Progress, progress, progress.
After 2 years of analyzing data, taking surveys, having interviews and reviewing statistics, we finally had the key for what makes teams successful. How teams work matters more than who is on the team. The two things that matter the most are, first, voice. Everyone in the group should have an opportunity to voice their opinion. Second, social sensitivity, which is a fancy way of saying that the team is able to read each other's feelings. So good advice for team leaders is, 1. Give control to your team. Let them make decisions even if you do not agree. 2. Summarize what was said. This will show your team that you understand and care about what they said. 3. Everyone speaks, even if in the end you don't do what was said. It makes your teammates feel you value them. And 4. Show caring about feelings. I hope our conversation will cause further reflection and dialogue. The takeaway is, it's not who, it's how. Thank you for listening.